Hi everyone, Robert here, and welcome to the review of Impact Wrestling from April 13, 2017. This is the Team JB versus Team GOAT episode of Impact Wrestling. So before I even begin, I got a couple of announcements. Number one, next week's show is gonna be live. Therefore, I'm gonna be live. I'm gonna be doing a Google Hangout, so you better be there and have fun in the chat room like always. Number two, I'm gonna be covering the one night only pay per view. It's gonna be airing Friday. I'm gonna do the review Saturday. Announcement number three, I'm gonna be launching my podcast. I have been working with that for quite a while, but it is finally here. I'm gonna be launching it Wednesday, but Monday I'm gonna be doing the official kind of reveal and the whole concept behind it, because it is not about me. It is about you, the real Impact Wrestling fan. If you are tired of people who don't consume the product tell you how Impact Wrestling should be run, this is the place for you. So let's get right into the Impact Wrestling review. First match of the night, Reno Scum versus Garza Jr. versus and Garza Jr. and Laredo Kid versus Decay. Three-way match. At the end of the match, we saw Razor's Edge to Crazy Steve. The legend did that to Crazy Steve on the corner, where Garza Jr. was already trapped into a 3-0. And after that, they went ahead and did their famous curse stomp to Crazy Steve and pin him. So the winner were Reno Scum. Solid TV match. So they're probably in line for a match with LAX, probably in the transmission of Impact Wrestling that is gonna be live next week. Next, we got Andrew Everett cutting a backstage promo. Shane Helms and Trevor Lee ended up interrupting. So Andrew Everett ended up playing mind games with Shane Helms and convinced him to get into the ring and face him tonight with two other opponents, Suicide and Marshy Rocket, in a 4-way dance exhibition match. Next, we got Bruce Prichard announcing the winner of the online poll, and he said that the winner was the Cowboy James Storm, so he's in line for a world title match next Thursday on the live edition of Impact Wrestling. EC3 came and interrupted Bruce and called the whole voting process rigged. And Bruce Prichard ended up saying, "Hey, EC3, instead of blaming me, go ahead, look yourself in the mirror and see if you can find the real EC3, because you are not the same guy as you were before." Next, we got second match of the night, Braxton Stutter and Allie versus KM and Sienna. The end of the match was kind of sloppy, right? To be honest, but Allie did a crossbody to Sienna. Sienna ended up tripping with KM, and Allie was able to pin her by doing that. So the winner were Braxton Stutter and Allie. After the match, Kongo Kong made his Impact Wrestling debut and ended up destroying Braxton Stutter. Then after that, Laurel van Ness came with her hookup, the hotshot hookup look, and attacked Allie with her heel and stuff. Sienna was able to hit his AK-47, and that was it. All the four heels celebrated the big down of Braxton Stutter and Allen. Next, we got Rosemary versus Santana Garrett. This was a fast-paced match. This was basically a showcase of Santana Garrett skills. She did a hurricanrana. She did a star to elbow a la the Great Muta. And at the end of the match, we saw her doing the Tajiri kind of J Little in-ring springboard moonsault, but she missed. And Rosemary was able to hit the red wedding for the win, so the winner was Rosemary. good showcase by Santana Garrett. I hope they sign her because she looked really good. Next, we got David Richards and Angelina Love backstage saying that they have zero compassion and zero remorse to what happened to Eddie Edwards and Alicia last week. Next, we got exhibition match of the night: Andrew Everett and versus Marcy Rocket versus Suicide versus Sugar Shane Helms. This was basically a fast-paced match. Sugar Shane Helms was most of the time outside of the ring. The referee at the beginning kicked Trevor Lee out, and at the finish of the match, we saw Marcy Rocket doing a body splash, but he missed. Andrew Everett took Suicide out and hit his famous shooting star press for the win. After the match, Trevor Lee and Sugar Shane Helms attacked him, and Andrew was able to successfully hit the Frankensteiner driver onto Trevor Lee, and that's how that segment ended. So I think Andrew Everett is also in line for a title match in the live edition of Impact Wrestling. Next match, David Richards versus DJC. This was basically a slow pace, big down type of match. With Davey beating the hell out of EC3, DJC. At the end, we saw DJC trying his famous CDT, but Davey reversed it and put him in a ankle lock and made him tap out. So the winner was David Richards. And before I forget, DJC got injured this past week in the crash event, and he have a surgery because he have a problem with his stomach and his colon and all that stuff. But he's already on the road to recovery, so I wish him a fast and full on recovery, and I hope to see him once again grace us with his skills in the ring soon in the 6-sided ring. So good luck and the best recovery to you, my friend. Next, we got Eddie Edwards was in the public during that match, right? And he ended up crossing the barricade and trying to talk to David Richards, and Alicia ended up fighting with Angelina Love, and that's how this whole segment ended. During the broadcast, Judge opened up his mouth and put his broadcast seat on the line during the main event tonight. So the main event is gonna be the same: JB, Team JB versus Team GOAT. So it is gonna be Lashley, Bram, Eli Drake, and Tyrus versus Chris Adonis, Alberto Padron, Matt Morgan, and Magnus. We're gonna talk about now the highlights of the show. Magnus, my friend Magnus, he went ahead and hit a beautiful Michinoku driver. I'm a fucking mark for that move. I mean, no bones about it. I'm a mark for that move. Then after he did that, we got a lot of offense by the bad guy, the Team GOAT. Then Adonis was the one taking most, if not all, of the punishment. He was able to hit a hot tag with Matt Morgan. Matt Morgan ended up cleaning the hounds, doing a choke slam. Then Bobby Lashley hit the spear. Then Adonis hit the spine buster. Eli Drake hit a over the shoulder back to belly pile driver, aka the white noise. Then Magnus went and hit a power bomb and a clover leaf, but the count was broken. Then Matt Morgan was able to hit his famous carbon footprint on Bram, and Magnus his elbow drop for the win. So Josh Matthews is no more. He's gone from the announce table. So the official announcing is gonna be the Pope and JB Jeremy Borash for the time being. This was a solid match, a good feel, team match type of atmosphere. After the match, we saw all the babyface coming to the ring and having fun at the expense of Josh Matthews, because obviously he's not well liked by a lot of fans, so they kind of put him like a scapegoat, and they scapegoat him into having heat. So hopefully Impact not don't let the heat go to waste. This is kind of like the political thing. You don't like a tragedy go to waste, so to speak, right? I hope they now transition him into a manager. I see money in him being a manager, but you may have to tone it down. Maybe you will have to wait a couple of weeks into next set of tapings to debut his new persona. But I would love to see him being a manager. But I am more than happy that I don't have to listen to his bullshit every single week. Like the JB, he's the hardest working man on probably on wrestling. That guy's another maniac right here. So don't forget, next week I'm gonna be doing this review live on Google Hangouts. So that is all I have to say for today for this episode of TNA Impact Wrestling from April 13th. Thoughts, any thoughts that you have running in your head, put it in the comments section below. And I will see you next time with the one and only review and a lot more wrestling content coming to this channel. So go ahead and give me a like and a share, subscribe, all that good stuff if you enjoyed this video. And I will see you next time. Goodbye and thanks for listening.